Okay, testing this spot welder first time with supercapacitors. Charge them to 13 volts and now, okay, it is writing. Now what about the power? I'm getting the power to be lower. And how do I know this is on auto mode? Let's try the best way. Up. Looks like it is already dead. Yes. So it worked exactly for 10 seconds. So not recommended. The MOSFET burned right away. You can see that there is a total short, and not recommended to buy this. This is really shit. Didn't work even for one soldering. Okay, so forget about this. Meanwhile, I'm pretty sure that the MOSFET burnt away. Let's disassemble and try to understand. First, make sure that the MOSFET are really the problem. 99.9% are shorted, and then we'll try to understand why this happens. Nice LCD. Shame that nothing works. This is just a socket. And now if you will look closely, you can see right away that this MOSFET is burnt away. I will maybe zoom a little, so we will be able to see that without any instrument. I can see by the dot that it is totally burnt. Now let's try to measure it. Of course it is shorted 100%. How do I know how it goes? I will explain. Not very difficult to see it, but let's try to find out first to see that my guess is correct, and then we will zoom out a little, and then we will continue. First, okay, the fluke is on beep when it is short. You don't need to see it. Basically, we see one pin. One pin is 100% is the gate, and then we have the source and the drain. And if it is shorted, so it will be a short between this line and this line. So let's check it. Yes, totally shorted. So it seems like just one of the MOSFETs did burn out, but the problem may be that they are not meant to carry such a current. They are all connected in parallel, so we can see that. Let's first check. This is 4N04 R7. So let's find maybe datasheet and see what the properties of this MOSFET, and then try to understand why this happens. So 4N 04 and then R7 datasheet, and let's see what I can find about this. Okay, I found something, and now I want to see what is the current of this one. So they claim this is 300 amps continuous, and the peak is 1200. And if we have all this in parallel, so it for sure must be able to carry this current. So what is burning this MOSFET so fast. Let's see about other properties. I want to check about the V drain source. This is also 40 volt. This is, by the way, N channel. So again, I don't really see a problem, unless this is a fake MOSFET, like many other that I've already seen are selling fake MOSFET. So probably I'm curious to know if I will replace this to original MOSFETs. Yes, maybe it will be able to carry the current that they claim, because it should. Because if we take the total, so it can handle 6000 amp pulse. This is pretty okay for such an application. So again, I'm pretty curious. By the way, I'm sure that only this MOSFET is shorted. You know what? Let's try to remove it from the circuit, and then it should work. It should not be shorted between the drain and the source, because the other MOSFET doesn't seem like they're burnt out. So let's remove just this one out and see if the short disappear. By the way, I also see a crack on the side of it, so it's totally burnt. So let's remove this one. So I'm just applying heat one side, then to the other side. It's not easy to take it off because the heat sink here remove the heat that I'm applying, so I need to go from side to side maybe, or use a hot air in order to take it out. Okay, could do it. You can see that it is totally burnt. No need to be engineer to see it. Let's remove this piece, and now let's recheck it, because the other seems, maybe they're also burnt, but they don't look burnt, let's say. So again, let's check. Yes, just one of the MOSFET was burnt out. And by the way, of course, you can run it only with 4 MOSFETs. It will still run, because the current of 4 is again for pulse 4800 amps. So I'm pretty curious to know why this happens. And by the way, it looks like the pad is already dead here. So anyway, when I removed it, the pad was turned off. So anyway, I can't replace a MOSFET here because there is no pad to give it the current that it needed. Okay, so hope you learned something from this. Thank you and bye.